Here at Table Talk, we have a few simple rules. We begin the show with a game of cutthroat. The winner stays on the table to play with the guest. We play no slop, call your pocket. If you scratch, your opponent gets the ball in hand. You must hit your own suit first. The 8 ball is a neutral ball. Either player can touch it. If you sink the 8 ball on a break, you win. And of course, we encourage table talk. Let's get into the show.
Okay, I just really wanna stag, right? Okay, yeah. They said all they really want is that way. Okay, yeah.
All right, so we're back for episode 2 of Table Talk. Today we have Aaron Marshall. Aaron, do you mind introducing yourself real quick?
My name is Aaron Marshall, aka Double A. I'm the owner of Naptown Thrift and a Indianapolis hip hop artist.
And I'm Daniel Wood.
And I'm Wesley Bender.
This is Table Talk, so we're gonna get right into the pool. Again, we play no slop, ball in hand if there's a scratch, and I'm trying to think, there's another really rule. So
Pretty much all we really
yeah,
need to
so we're
know.
gonna start with the game of cutthroat, but you can go ahead and break since you won the last game.
All right. Let's hope I don't whiff the break.
Yeah, let me slide by you here real quick, bro. You play pool a lot though?
No,
You wanna go second?
not at all.
Oh, yeah.
Hence the soft ass break.
I don't know, you're kind of working us in the pre-game.
Yeah, you were damn near kicking our asses earlier.
No, eight ball pool is my only specialty.
So you said you run Naptown Thrift and you're obviously AA music, but like, how did thrifting, like what were your first experiences with thrifting? Like what age did you start? And like when did you get your like first thrift experiences?
I'd say, my parents started taking me when I was really young. I don't know, I'd say probably, 3rd or 4th grade when I started actually caring about what I was wearing. And I would just kind of tag along with them to different thrift stores that they were going to. And I was really into like basketball jerseys, Jordan stuff, not even necessarily vintage, but just the hunt and wanting to find stuff that I was into got me hooked on it.
Yeah,
From
what year
real
would that
early
have
age.
been though?
You said what year? Probably like, gosh, when was I in 3rd grade? Probably like 2005, maybe 6? Nah, yeah, probably around then.
Damn, that's a while ago.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're out of college now.
Yeah,
I'm 11 through 15, by the way.
I bet.
But yeah, that must have been a very long time ago, honestly. Because I mean, you think about thrifting now, a lot of college kids do it just like in their spare time.
Right.
But like, I don't know, like
You
what was,
pick up a habit like when they're in high school or when they're...
when you start driving around, you have your own expendable money, but like, what was that like then? Was there a lot of people in thrift stores? Was there a lot of older people?
No, I mean, well, I was kind of like, just being a kid, I was kind of tunnel vision. Like, I wasn't even looking around at others like being into it. It was just like, all right, I'm about to go in here, and if I see a pair of shoes that I like or something that is still here from the night before that nobody else grabbed, like I'm gonna get it. It wasn't like, oh, I'm competing with this person. It was just like I'm out looking, and if there's nothing, there's nothing. If I find something, then I find something. So, but no, it's definitely changed a lot. I mean, even since we started thrifting for like vintage stuff more heavily, like, what numbers you said was again?
You guys are nothing yet. I'm
Okay.
11 through 15.
All right, bet.
The rest of the table's open.
All right. But yeah, I mean, when we first started actually looking for vintage stuff as well, then, stuff was a lot more plentiful, and, we could go out and find a cart full pretty much every time, unlike now where it takes a lot more energy.
Yeah, and there's a lot more competition now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, for sure. I think thrifting's like right now kind of like almost a fad. I guarantee a lot of people are doing it now. Probably stop.
Right,
Probably when they're out of college or something.
right.
Man, so what does thrifting like? I guess personally like mean to you?
I mean, it means uniqueness. It means it's like kind of my brand, my sense of style. It's what people identify me with. Yeah, so I mean, to me, it's standing out. And having the constant hunt to find new stuff is always something that intrigues me. But thrifting to me is just kind of almost a release and, a way that I can, stay myself and stay unique.
Very cool.
What are you?
I'm 6 through 10.
You
So I'm 1 through 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're up then.
bet.
Right? Yeah.
See.
And so like you started thrifting and stuff like that, and then that's like over a decade ago. When did you guys start realizing that there was like a market for it and like that you wanted to open up a shop? Because it's like a one thing to be like thrifting for yourself and thrifting for your family and like household stuff, but like the another thing to like see a demand that people are like, where does that even begin that you start to notice that people would want to buy clothes from you that they could get at a thrift store?
Man, it really started when I went to college and I was just kind of wearing all the stuff that me and my family had thrifted. And
You went to Butler.
Yeah, at Butler. And my friends were all like, I would have a different fit on every day with usually something thrifted, and they were all asking, you know, where I got it and how they could buy it. So that made me realize that, in, you know, Instagram becoming more popular, because I was, you know, kind of early on with Instagram, like 2013-ish.
Is that when it came out?
What, Instagram?
Yeah.
No, I think Instagram was like 2012, around then.
I remember when it came out and like being on it, but I just can't tell you exactly. When it came
I mean,
out.
and originally there was only a few guys like doing it.
And Instagram
and
didn't
posting
blow up like
finds
that,
on there,
yeah.
right.
Facebook was really big like that. Twitter was kind of big at that point.
So I think, like a lot of other guys, I think the first people I saw, you know, posting stuff, like vintage stuff, was like round 2. And
the Virginia guys.
yeah, I mean, yeah, in Virginia.
And they were stuck out in Virginia. They
Right.
weren't even on like California.
But that kind of made me realize that, you know, there was other people that were doing it on a bigger level than I was, you know, just selling to my friends at Butler, but it was something that could possibly be sustainable. But I wasn't even thinking of that as a job at that point, you know? It was just like, I'm a college kid.
Side hustle.
Side hustle, yeah, right.
Something fun to do. Especially when you're like selling to your peers, it's more of just like, is someone asking you, oh, where'd you get that? And you want to kind of like hook them up, not like so much make some money off of it.
Nah, yeah, it was.
Not that that's what it is now.
Right. No, I definitely sold a lot of things back in the day for underpriced though.
Yeah, like you're telling me about that Freaknik.
Way back. Oh yeah, that and just like old polo stuff. Like I just like to see my friends leave happy.
Yeah, and it's cool to see your friends just.
Yeah, I think it's on you.
Oh,
man.
my fault.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I was waiting on you.
No, I missed.
Are you sure?
I missed. Yeah.
Yeah, you missed
Oh, okay. My fault. That's me. Damn. Should I go for it here? What am I? 6 or 10?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were 11 through 15. I'm 6 through 10. He's 1 through 5.
That's right. Yeah.
I just know I'm 1 through 5.
Nah.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah, I'll take 11 through 15. There's 4 of them on the table. Thank you, Wesley. No, I am, because I remember I pinned. Yeah. My fault.
Damn, I only got 1 left.
Where is it? I'm trying to.
Yikes.
I'm trying to put the 9 on.
Yikes.
Put it in that pocket.
Dang. You all right? You kind of nice.
Something like that, man. You say you never play pool. Like, is it like you never have time and like at the bars or like you just like,
No, I've just never.
not into it?
I've never been like a bar scene type of person.
Yeah, I don't really.
Is it on US or me?
I think it's you.
Okay. I do
Yeah,
too.
we alternate between
Yeah.
you two. So.
But yeah, I've never been like one to go out to bars, even in college. Like I've always just kind of been, I don't know. I'd rather just like stay home, watch the game, eat. Like I'll go out and like I'll have a few drinks or whatever, but I'm never like a pool shark at the bar like every weekend type of thing. I don't know. That's just that just was never me.
Did you catch the Pacers game last night?
Like
Was that? No, 2 nights ago.
Yeah,
my fault.
yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday.
No, yeah, it was Sunday.
Yeah,
I'm not tripping. It
I
was
mean,
like,
yeah, I'm a big Pacers fan. It's just kind of, it's sad to see how well we're doing at the beginning of the year, and
And then, Vic got hurt.
yeah, Vic got hurt. We still play hard, but I don't know. That game was tough. We just go
Yeah,
on
I didn't watch
offensive,
it, but I saw
offensive
the-
droughts. The Celtics are good.
every time I sit down. Damn.
Dude, that was horrible. 8 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was bad.
I never
8 points.
I never been so mad watching the Pacer game.
And they were up at halftime and everything. But hey, at least we're not the Pistons, right?
Well, yeah, that's true.
At least we didn't lose by 40.
Sheesh. That was a terrible shot.
It's okay.
So,
I've had
you're
worse.
also into like, you said you're a hip hop artist. right?
Yeah.
When did you begin making music?
How? So in high school, I was at a military boarding school called Culver Academy,
Oh, I've heard of that.
and
Forgot you went to Culver.
yeah, and I was like kind of trapped in a dorm room type of thing. Oh my God, this guy.
Where is Culver?
It's 2 hours north of Indianapolis, kind of 45 minutes south of South Bend, near Plymouth area. if
Oh,
people
you're
know
up
where-
there. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, you're it's a boarding school, so you're stuck on campus. There isn't much to do as far as like, creative outlets go.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just had my little core group of friends and was into hip hop and had been in middle school and kind of played around, like on GarageBand, just like nothing serious, recording stuff. But then like my sophomore year at Culver in high school, I got a microphone from my parents for my birthday, and the dorm room kind of became like a little recording studio for me. And I just like, when I have free time, I could just sit in there and record myself and just practice on how I sounded on a mic. And from then, like, I don't know, going to college and being in the bigger scene of indie, being back at Butler, like, that was when I started to take it more seriously and get more exposure, I'd say.
Did you play any instruments growing up? Like, did you know that you were gonna start making music?
I was never like super musically inclined. Dang, that's a...
Nah, it's cool because I would have been slop anyways, so I wanted to sit there and just chill.
But no, yeah, I never played any type of instruments or anything. I tried like piano and stuff like that. I don't know, I just never could like get too into it and grasp it. I've always enjoyed writing a lot.
Writing music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why.
Can you sing?
Hell no.
Oh.
I tried to.
You're back.
You're back in.
You were out, but he just pulled you back in.
Good.
I'm a nice guy.
Where's that? So I get how many of my balls back out?
Oh.
You just get one.
Wait, I'm after him or? Yeah, I'm after you.
And
Thank God.
I can place it anywhere?
You have to place it right in the
He
middle.
plays it
I
like right.
bet.
Oh yeah, that works.
I got one.
Put him right there.
All right.
So like, do you have any like original songs that when you made a Culver that are just like still slap?
Yes to the first part, no to the second part.
Oh,
yeah, they I still have some, but they do not slap at all.
Do you still listen to them at all?
No,
Or just
I
see
try to
them?
keep them deeply buried as I can.
What was the first thing you put out? Not even that's still out there. What's the first thing you put out? Even if you deleted it later, like, what was the first thing? Like middle school, high school?
No, it was
You
in
said high school.
It was
yeah,
in high school, but it was a song that I made with like two of my other friends at Culver. It was like just some free beat that we downloaded off of what was that website that people used to use, SoundClick or whatever that was, with like all the beats on it. And it still had like producer tags in it, like purchase your tracks today, like
If you're listening to this, this is a jazzy beat.
Right.
Yeah, I know
it was
you're
like
talking about.
it was terrible. But yeah, and then we dropped it. I made like some awful like lyric video type thing with like clip art for like each lyric we said, like just really bad. And I put it on YouTube. And,
Is it gone?
Oh, it's long.
Damn.
I made sure that that's gone.
Were you under AA at that point? Or
Yeah,
were you just Aaron Marshall?
No, I actually have gone by AA since that point. So that's kind of crazy that I haven't switched my name up at all, just because I don't know. That's what people called me in high school, and I don't know. It just stuck. Well, I think it was like I had originally said. I may have said this before, but I'll get in. I said a bar in like one of my first verses that I wrote, like this that double A flow that you haters gonna know, something. and so then my friends started calling me AA Flow, and then that changed to AA, and then that just like stuck because Aaron.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, it's pretty simple to
Yeah, and I've just gone by that ever since. So I don't know, I didn't think of anything cooler.
Wesley, God.
Saving me. I get to take another one out?
Sorry.
Yeah, I get ball in hand, but dang, I'm just trying to.
Weird. I didn't even see
I
that.
enjoy cut though too.
No,
I don't
yeah.
see this game.
1 through 5, right?
Yeah.
Same spot?
Yeah, I have to find the one, but here it is. It's okay, actually. I'm fine with it. Because I keep getting it ball in hand. I think all my balls are back, so I don't know why I'm freaking out. And I'm going to send you to the depths of hell here, buddy, so see you.
Scratches for me.
I scratch. That would be awful.
Oh, that'd be funny.
But like around that time, like who was popping? Like Drake? Who were big musicians that like inspired you?
I'd say when I was first really getting into rapping in middle school, like obviously Wayne was huge.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Because what, you graduated class of 2014, so
Yeah.
you were 2 years ahead of us.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were in like middle school
Right.
for like at least 2 years
Right.
around the same time. So it's kind of weird. I feel like you're so much older than you. You're not old.
No, I'm not.
But you, I mean, like
Honestly,
you.
It's funny. A lot of guys in the scene like are older than me, but they don't think I'm as young as I am. So every time I, kind of say who my influences are or like how old I am, that people are always surprised just because I don't know.
I mean, you own your own. Well, I mean, with your family. But
Right.
Like, I mean, not many people at your age have like a business
True.
that they run.
Yeah.
Are out of college and
Right.
like. So I mean, you do seem a lot older than you are. And I don't know. I
But
feel
no,
like
yeah, that's what I think some of my my early influences kind of are a testament to, you know, how young I am being, you know, like a lot of guys could say like older, you know, like Nas and like Jay and like, I mean, while they also were like, I'd say a bigger influences for me were like Wayne and Kanye, like early Kanye, like, I don't know, those guys were my two idols pretty much growing up.
What about Eminem? Any Eminem or?
Not really, honestly.
You don't have any Eminem in you?
I mean, everybody
loves Eminem, but I feel like it takes a special someone to like really have him inspire them. There's a lot of like Wayne's and
Yeah, but you know, as a white rapper, everybody's like, oh yeah, you big Eminem influence, right? You know.
Oh, I guess I didn't even think about that. I just think about like when they were big, like at that time, Wayne and Eminem were probably
like
the biggest.
Everything. Yeah, for
like
sure.
And when they worked together, it was like, yo, Wayne and Eminem are working together again. Like, so it wasn't really. I guess I didn't even think about it that you're a white rapper.
Yeah. No, that's definitely like, you know, everybody equates one to the other.
Yeah, I guess I feel like in your rap, you never talk about that.
Nah.
You're never like, I'm a white rapper. You more just talk about like how it's like, no one in indie's big, like, how can I do it type. I feel like that's cool that you don't ever really emphasize so much about race and stuff like that.
Nah, I mean, honestly, because that's, to me, it's just like, if the skill speaks for itself, then like people will forget about the rest. And I think ever since I've been a kid, nobody's ever thought I was white upon first glance, so.
That's true. I've had a lot of my friends come into the shop and be like, is he mixed? Because like your parents are always there. Well, your stepmom, but they're like, is that his dad? I'm like, yeah, can't you tell? And they're like, no, I thought he was mixed. I'm like, nah. That's true. I feel like, well, where did you grow up? Like in your like young days? You were in Indy, right?
Yeah, I was in Broderpool in Indianapolis, damn. Please don't kill me.
Bro, this is a hard shot.
But yeah, I grew up in Broderpool. I think that was also a big influence on my creative energy because Broderpool is like a super creative kind of hub of indie.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, finesse. He couldn't do it.
It's all good. I just one step closer each time. At least Wes can't come in here and stretch.
But yeah, Broderpool, seeing like, you know, all the music and stuff that happened and events that happened in Broderpool growing up and like the graffiti culture and like just stuff like that, just people not being afraid to be creative around me in my neighborhood while I was growing up was a big influence on me as well. But, so I mean, I feel really fortunate to grow up where I did.
Mm-hmm. Indie, baby. What?
Their facility. And another special thank you to Aaron Marshall for making the hour drive from Indy to come see us. If you ever find yourself in the Indianapolis area and the need of vintage goods, stop by his shop located at 2174 East 54th Street in Indianapolis, Indiana. Or give him a follow on Instagram at Naptown Thrift.
From Glendale Mall's
old
parking lot, yeah.
My God. Are you kidding me? I ain't kidding.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
You got one for me, Wes? Is that a 3?
Oh, yeah, I
got you.
8 ball in? Oh, man. That is hilarious.
Dang it.
That is
Here you go, Wesley. I was just talking crap. It's my fault.
But yeah, Glendale Mall used to be like really fun. I actually saw Avril Lavigne there live in 4th grade.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool though.
No big deal.
Why was he in Glendale Mall?
Was it poppin' ever?
Glendale, I mean, no, I wasn't alive long enough to see it really poppin'. Like most of my lifetime, Glendale was super dead, and
What
like
stores
you
did
could
they
tell
have?
it was a failing mall. Like I don't know, we'd go in there. I'd go to like, what was that store? Kits and Caboodle or something like that, with like all the like kind of toys and like magic trick like stuff. They had like a pizza place in there. They had the movie theater, obviously, that we'd stay going to. They would have Foot Action was still in there.
Foot Action.
Just for sneakers.
Foot Action's really only in Chicago and a place like that now.
They still have a few here, but then the like Foot Locker was still there. Like it was just, you know, it was your classic failing mall. They had the library too. They still have the library there too though. Just cool.
Yeah. What's that other school right around the corner?
Right from.
There's like right on that corner on the way to your shop now.
Oh, like Kessler and Keystone right there? It's a IPS school.
Oh, okay. I always see it and I never know what it is.
Yeah.
But
So like, you do music, you do vintage business. Do you ever like interlap with each other?
Oh, all the time. Just from, I feel like mainly like, I don't know. And I kind of get shit from my family and girlfriend and stuff for like not telling people I do both enough, because I'll be so in the zone with one or the other. Like they'll be like, yo, like shout yourself out here. I don't know. I don't do that a lot. But the crossover really happens when like artists and people come into the shop and like buy stuff, you know, to like wear in shows and videos and photo shoots. Yeah, well, and just, you know, network with them that way. Nice extension.
Thank you. I'm a short boy. Are you kidding me? Yeah, like how did you meet like guys like, I'm gonna say it wrong, Mullah Khan.
Mullah Khan, yeah.
Mullah Khan and
I mean, it literally like pretty much.
Jeremiah Stokes, like those guys.
I mean, a lot of those guys were just from like being in when we were in the storage unit store, literally just following us.
Is it you? Yeah. Oh, dang.
Following us as Naptown Thrift in the storage unit, and then like finding out that we were, you know, or that I was AA from there, you know.
And then it just goes from there.
And then the rest is
history.
history.
Hit me up about music. Yeah.
Right.
Because how long has Jeremiah and them been making music?
For a minute, and honestly, I'm still like, I guess in the grand scheme of things, I'm relatively new to the scene. Like I've only been doing it like going on, 3 years now, like performing and whatnot.
Yeah, so you and I stay on the table. For how long?
Like 3 years performing, like
and then
in the city.
Naptown's been around the store.
Yeah, the store's been around since summer of 20. Well, our physical location. The unit was, we started that in early 2015.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I shot. What month do you guys think you started?
Like June, I think. It was like summer.
So Phil and I got on that pretty quick.
Yeah, you and Phil were like OG unit.
That's crazy because I think about it and I'm like, I didn't think we were, but now I'm looking back at our messages and I remember I sent your dad something with the old logo.
Yeah.
And for the longest, you weren't even there. What were you doing in California?
Well, that was actually, that was like a year after we started.
Okay.
That was in 2016. I had an internship in Hollywood with Hip Hop DX. Doing like, it was for Butler, but it was, kind of like music journalism stuff.
Okay. Because your major was?
My major was recording industry studies, it was called. So it was like kind of audio production, music business type stuff. And not really journalism, but the internship was dope. Okay. Just, meeting artists and whatnot.
It was in Hollywood?
Yeah, I was in Hollywood.
That's crazy.
And luckily I got to crash on my girlfriend's sister's couch who lived out there. And she lived like right off Hollywood Boulevard, so I just walked to work every day. Yeah. That's incredible. So it was dope, and got to meet a bunch of different people.
How long were you out there?
3 months, the whole summer of 2016.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was cool. I was kind of mad though, like round 2 like didn't have their vintage store or anything open yet. They just had
their exclusive the gallery maybe.
Yeah, but it was dope though, cause like I went chopped it up with Sean. Yeah, I was on the show and just to see how much he's progressed since then is cool.
Yeah, what was it like meeting him when he wasn't the Sean that makes shoes? He's so big now.
Yeah, he's so big with the whole Nike campaign and Guess and all that. He was pretty much just a guy who did what I did except on a bigger level. So it was kind of not a lot of people were going in there starstruck, but I was just because he was.
Especially because you followed him since
for us, he's that guy, Yeah. But at that time, now he's that guy for Nike.
He's a streetwear guy. Whereas it was cool to know him then. It was a shop owner. But now it's if I knew you and then all of a sudden you're this big AA rapper, and I'd be I knew him when he was. Right. Yeah. It would be cool for me. I feel what you're saying. Because he's so mainstream now.
Right.
You're, what's in that pocket? Your Stripes.
Yeah, I'm Stripes?
Yeah.
All right, bet. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, just in the fact that that was big because, like I said, it was a year after we started. I took, a little not care package, but a little round of stuff from our collection to sell to him at round 2. And the fact that he was excited about
he was gassed. I've watched all the episodes and he was extremely
hyped, and the fact that he was hyped about the stuff I brought him kind of validated what we were doing to me. I was just
because he also said that he wasn't expecting to come out of Indiana.
Exactly.
I've watched that thing a couple times.
Yeah.
He brought the Space Jam, the OJ, the Shark Tooth, and then the SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember he was just genuinely very damn, that was a good shot. Surprised by what came out of Indy. And now they're coming out to Chicago. Yeah. And very soon, and so I'm scared to see what the influence has.
We'll see. Here. Yeah, they're definitely going to be having some eyes in the Midwest on them. Yeah. I feel like Indianapolis is the perfect storm as far as not too small to not have any hype around it, but also untapped enough to where a bigger chain would never, I don't think, come and be in Indy.
Because who's gonna release? You know, Yeezy's not gonna release out here that much.
No.
Like they're not gonna set up like a big Adidas store or
No.
Nike. Like I don't know. It's just kind of like I like that it's tamed and like not super
For sure.
tight.
And I think Naptown Thrift and the surrounding like vintage community in the city like can still thrive with each other
Yeah.
rather than have somebody else come in and kind of like take all the shine. Which I mean, if it happens, it happens. So, like I'm not gonna be like salty about it or anything. But I don't even know where I'm going, man. It's just you put me in a tough spot here. I'm not this good.
Yeah, you don't have much. You have a 13, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But like Sean's big collaboration with Nike, and then like he also works with guys like ASAP, the mob out there, like what Nas and like Bari before his Nike thing. Like, what do you think? Like, how do hip hop and like big brands like Nike, Guess, Tommy, like, how do you think they like intertwine? Is it just because it's like part of the culture? Like, where did that begin? Especially like with like Tommy and stuff with like Aaliyah and the.
I mean, one, I think there are certain brands that just have like kind of classic staying power in culture. And so like the Tommies, the Nikes, the Polos, even I think Guess has kind of proven themselves to stay relevant. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so the brands that have staying power are gonna like naturally still have celebrities wear them from time to time and always be in the current spotlight. So, I mean, for me, even when I didn't know about those brands, I was hearing, rappers say, talk about Polo and Nike and stuff in their lyrics, Adidas. Like, you can't get away from it, whether it be what you're rocking or hearing it in a song,
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
Think I hit this, Aaron?
You got it.
No, I'm gonna miss it. Oh, that's a bummer.
Finesse. I'll take the 1, too.
It's for having confidence. I had to pay you back.
Right.
I don't know where. I guess here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to move it.
So initially you started your business out of a storage unit?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was
A lot of work or?
It was a blessing and a curse just because like it was a lot of work to kind of schedule people and like get over there and like have people show up on time because trust me, people rarely show up on time.
Yeah.
That's just something that I've come to learn. Like people rarely show up when they say they're gonna show up. People rarely like give two shits about the time that it takes to like roll everything out and get over there and like set everything up and wait around for them to get there and coordinate that whole like meeting experience. But on the flip side, like we were only paying the storage unit rent. Like it was all secure. Like we didn't have to pay for anything else. Like it was already kind of its own protected area for our collection. So that was nice. But yeah, I mean, it got to the point where from our little tiny closet storage unit that we started in where I was just bringing my butler friends over, it ended up as like 3, it was honestly probably like with all our units put together, it was like kind of like this space. Yeah, it was big.
It was big.
It was,
yeah.
Daniel could attest to that. I mean, it's
Well, it started off like just
Super
the
tiny,
one, yeah,
yeah.
super tiny, and then you guys got the across, and then you put the two
Right.
together, had the two together and across.
Yeah.
And then you guys also had like the ones that you would just like let people try stuff on. And,
Right,
so you guys had a lot of space.
Yeah, so we were paying some money in storage unit fees.
Yeah.
So then we were like, well, I'm graduating in May of 2018, and we're like, are we big enough? Have we gotten our inventory to the point where we can make the transition to a store? And we did, and I think the great thing about the unit was that it was a test run and let us build our base as far as our customer base and our online following goes.
That pocket.
Dang, that's tough. I think you got me here.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't think I'm gonna be able to scratch it, but just gotta make sure I get it turned off.
Finish it.
That's a really cool story. It's very, I don't know, kind of like just those American ingenuity.
Right.
Sort of,
Yeah, I mean,
small space and you're growing it.
yeah,
That's
and
really cool.
I mean, people kind of got accustomed to that whole like experience of the red carpet being rolled out for them in the storage unit. Like it was almost like an exclusive shopping experience.
Yeah, it felt very personal when you go and do
yeah,
it.
people like that.
Awesome.
Like it felt like Rodeo Drive, like by appointment only shopping. It wasn't the Gucci store, but
Still though.
People liked it. People thought they were hella exclusive by going in there. So it was funny when we were like planning on transitioning to the actual storefront. People were like, "Wait, it's like I can't come in the unit anymore." I'm like, "Yeah." Like the point is, the whole point was to move out of here. Like you don't want to stay in here.
Yeah, because it gets hard scheduling time.
It was hard. And, like in the winter, we'd be freezing our ass off in there. And,
it'd be.
Yeah, it was.
And then on hot days, at least it was kind of nice being in there because it'd be a little chilled. But
yeah, except.
And when it would rain, it'd be loud as hell.
Right. It was an experience. I don't know.
Yeah.
I loved it. I wouldn't change any of it.
Well, yeah. Where did you guys Did you see something on social media, like somebody else doing that? Like
in the storage unit?
Yeah.
No.
Or is it just like it made sense? Like, hey, we're renting out this space anyway.
It was literally, I think, like, I don't know. It's all kind of a blur, but it was literally like, we have all these fines, and we need somewhere to put them. Let's put them in a storage unit. And then since they were already in the storage unit, when people were interested in shopping the fines, we're like, well, we can just bring you to our storage unit.
And then you can see everything.
Yeah. And then from there, it was like, oh, this is a store space.
Oh, you just won. He just beat you.
Dang.
I've never seen it go in on that pocket. Just rack it again.
I put up a hell of a
That is a walk. That is a walk-off win,
right.
Dude.
That's tight.
Hoist it proud. You just won off the break. That very seldom happens.
Ready to end the show now? I think I'm good after that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Oh my god.
But that threw me off, dude. I've only ever seen it go in that pocket. That's crazy.
Strong brakes only.
Yeah. But so you guys take the risk and go and do a shop, it's obviously paying off. But how do you guys use social media? Do you think social media has been your biggest tool to get people to come by?
Easily. I think that's how we built our brand as well. Just Instagram at the forefront of that. I mean, I look at some of our analytics, even for our website and how where the traffic's coming from on our online website. Yeah, we have our website, which is actually, that was more of a recent addition, just for people to not have to, DM us and have the whole messaging exchange. It took that whole middleman out of us.
So you can be present in the store and not have to be checking.
And not have to worry about people messaging us. If they want to buy it, they can go on there and buy it. Yeah. But I mean, I look at our website analytics and 90% of our traffic is coming directly from Instagram, from our website.
Yeah.
So it's and then on our grand opening day in September of last year, I mean, you kind of saw some of the video. It was packed in, and we're asking people where, how they heard about the shop, what caused them to come by. They're like, oh, I've been following you guys on Instagram for 3 years.
And they never come out?
Really?
Yeah.
They just followed you?
Yeah, they had either just followed us, they had shopped at the unit, gone to Butler, but then it's crazy, the people who had literally just been following us for years.
And now they're like, oh, you have a physical store.
And now that we have a physical store, they come by, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Man, social media's been huge. It's just it's free advertising.
Yeah. It is. I'm trying to think, because I was like, if I were to open up a store.
You're solid.
I'm solid. Okay.
What would you, 10 years ago, you would have had to go through the newspaper or
it's funny
billboards or posters, and I'm like, yeah, you guys aren't really doing much of that because you guys don't have to.
It's funny too, because now that we have the store space, we have hell of people coming by, older people coming by that it's their job to make rounds to try to sell advertising for local newspapers and whatnot. Hey, would you want to buy some ad space and this and this? And we're thinking to ourselves why would we ever do that? That's, one, is so archaic now. Two, it's not our target demographic.
And they're not, yeah, exactly. People that are reading the newspaper aren't the people that you don't necessarily want in your shop.
We benefit so much more from buying a sponsored ad on Instagram and literally typing in with our finger what our target audience for that ad is going to be, based on our traffic in the store.
Well, then hashtagging and tagging you, and so someone can come shop with you and then share it on their story, and then that's for all of their followers to see, and then that's free promo at that point.
Right.
Because all you've done is you've sold something, you've got someone to be a customer, and then you've got more customers from that one person.
For sure.
So,
that's why branding is so huge for us, and developing connections with the people we sell to, because if you don't communicate with the people you sell to when they come in, and like kind of share your story or like say what's up to them, find out who they are. When they go and wear those clothes, like they're less likely to like tag you in that. Cause like them just tagging Naptown Thrift in their fit pic on IG, like it doesn't seem like much, but that's huge because we don't know how many people clicked on our page from that.
Because of that
picture
person.
Of them and followed us from them. But I think we've done a good job about making connections with people to the point where, you know, we get tagged in a lot of stuff and people want to share it. So
Without you like begging them to share it.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah, on their own will.
Yeah. That's also been our approach, is to never be over aggressive with like, you know, following and unfollowing you over and over again, like hitting you up like, hey, you should follow us, like, hey, come check our page out. It's like, no, I always wanted to leave it like, we're gonna post all this cool stuff. If you stumble upon our page, or if you seek out our page and you see that and you like what you see, you'll follow us regardless, and then you'll stick around because you went out of your way to find it yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's how we've built kind of a loyal following online. And because I mean, online is it's good, but it's not good because it's so, non-personal. You don't get that face-to-face interaction. So I think the people who organically follow you, or that organic follow from people actually wanting to see what you have to post, is the closest thing to like that face-to-face.
Yeah, I feel you. Knowing that someone referred to, or
Right.
like, yeah. And then I guess another thing that like baffles me, but like, why do you think people that like, I mean, you're wearing a basketball sweatshirt that you were probably like 2 or 3 when that was like printed. So like, and I'm not saying like I wear vintage, and there's a lot of people that wear vintage, but like, where do you think the connection for people like us that like, we didn't see like a lot of this, and if we did, we were like in diapers and don't remember it.
Right.
Like, why do you think a lot of us have connection with this stuff or really like it? Or why is it trendy now? Or like, where do you think that interest peaks at in our generation, I guess?
I think it's a mix of a lot of things.
He's whooping you.
I think it's a want to like, you know, with me being like kind of deep, like I feel like it's a want to experience something like outside of our own existence. I know that sounds like super deep,
No.
but like
Something out of our daily lives.
Yeah, or something out of our like, since we've been around. It's like, oh, I'm wearing this. If this was before I was born, like I almost feel like I'm connected to that time in a different type of way. And I know that nobody that's been born from when I was born to now is gonna have something like this that was made when we were born. So it makes it that much more unique, and it makes me stand out that much more. Because I feel like, you know, with people being on social media, you know, taking selfies, like everybody wants the attention. Everybody wants the attention on themselves now, and I feel like that can be good and bad. But the vintage clothing, bright colors, big logos, like that was all a staple of those eras. And I feel like people want to be seen. People can express themselves more today than they ever can. And I feel like this type of clothing is huge for that. I feel like this is like vintage clothing is an expression in itself, rather than like going to the mall and like buying a shirt that the last 20 kids got the same one, you know?
Yeah, and then you'll see it at a party,
Right.
and you're like, oh, we have the exact same outfit.
That's why, I mean, switching to sneakers, that's I think why like Jordans have gone down in value. They make so many of them. People can go to the mall and like everybody's wearing that one drop the same weekend. Like there's no individuality at all.
Yeah, and then they'll like curate a fit for it. They'll make the pants, they'll make the shirt, they'll make everything, a jacket.
Yeah,
and then at that point, you've literally lost like any bit of like individuality. You're just wearing something that someone's told you to wear. And that's like, not to get like super like philosophical with it, but it's just like, I think that is probably a big reason why people like really like, cause like, especially like that crew neck, there might be somebody on campus that has that.
Yeah.
But it might not have the same wear or the same like.
Exactly. That's the other thing. It's like people love stuff that has character to it. If it's distressed a little bit, it has a bleach stain. Some people like their stuff, you know, only clean. 'Cause I have that
Dead
too.
stock.
With the store, people are like, oh, you know,
Ooh.
I really like this shirt, but it has this bleach spot on it. Like, I don't think I can do it. And then there's that other person that's like, yo, bleach spot. I need it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. It's just, it depends on who's buying. But the cool thing is that there's both of those types of consumers that you can market yourself to. Damn, I messed that up. I had that.
Well, it's okay. I will probably not make any other the way I'm playing.
Do you have any big game logos for sale, my friend? Yeah, what are like some of the weirder things that you've like gotten from like people buying? Like, Do you have any like funny stories or like anything like goofy?
I mean,
Even someone like coming to shop in person with you?
there's like,
Do you miss them?
Yeah, there's
there's endless stories of like just shoppers from, not really shoppers from hell, because I really like all of our customers, but just, you know, with the clothes being so unique and being so expressful and people kind of, you know, that almost kind of draws a unique audience, whether that's on the good or bad spectrum. And they're definitely like their own type of people. But I mean, yeah, I almost feel like it was worse when we were in the storage unit dealing with like people who'd be like, yo, like, cause you know, we didn't have our like store policies and we weren't structured like a store is structured. It was more like kind of off the cuff, like, yeah, like, oh yeah, like this isn't sold to him yet. So like, if you want to buy it now, like, you know, it's like, like that gray, there was a lot of gray area to where it'd be like, yo, yeah, I'll PayPal you next week for that. I'm like, yo, I got 3 other people won this. Like, are you PayPal me now or not? Oh yeah, bro, just set it aside for me. Like, I'll get you, man. And then like, I do that person a favor. Next week we roll around. Yo, you ready to cop that yet? Yo, man, I can't. I'm sorry. Like, da da da. And then like I was saying earlier, just, you know, waiting hours on people. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just it's dealing with stuff like that really kind of made us thankful for what we have now with the storefront. Cause like, we know when we're gonna be there.
You have structure.
Yeah, we have structure. So.
You have to worry about people being late.
You said what?
You have to worry about people being late.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's really nice about it now is literally like, you can be around the corner and like, I'm like, damn, I'm just gonna slide by.
Yeah.
And that's like, do you have a lot of people that just come kick it? Like, do you think you're like, do you have a lot of people that come in regularly that you know? Well, I mean, obviously you have repeat customers, but do you have people that just come and kick it with you guys?
Yeah, we have people that definitely like.
Ooh, that's a dagger.
That's
a dagger.
I think that's always been our goal. Thanks, man. Is to be a store where like when you come in, you don't feel like you're hounded to buy something. It's like you come in and you're experiencing the store as you go along, and
that's one of your stickers. Come kick it.
Come kick it. Right. That's our kind of like slogan or motto. Like, come kick it, because you know you can come just chop it up. If we both have a passion about vintage clothing, you can come just talk to us about it and leave. Like, I'm not gonna be mad that you didn't cop something. You know. And it's funny because people come in and they're like, yo, my bad, I'm probably not gonna buy anything today. I just wanna say what's up to you guys. I'm like, yo, like that's cool. Like, I'm not mad at you at all. But I think that's cool that people feel even comfortable doing that, you know?
Yeah.
In our store space, because that's always been a goal of ours, to make it an environment where people feel like they can do that. And it's cool to hear, like, people will come in, we have all the, you know, memorabilia up on the walls. They're like, oh, I remember that when I was a kid. I remember this, like, and then they turn around, they're like, yo, this store like just makes me feel happy. I'm like, that's like the coolest thing to hear as a store owner.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's crazy because I feel like, a lot of that stuff is like, my dad, like, grew up in Chicago, and it's just like a lot of like Chicago parents, like, Bowls is like a really big part of like vintage, I guess. So it's like really weird to see like a lot of people like, oh, I had that Rodman poster, or I had that Bulls pennant, and it's just, dang.
First dub of the day.
First dub of the day. We can go out on that then. Do you have any projects you're working on for the?
Actually, I'm in the midst of working on 3 projects. Three. Music wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're doing your own album and then working on 2 others with other people, or 2 singles, or what?
I have an EP of my own.
Ooh.
I have an EP that's being produced by my homie Diop, and then I have an EP that I'm doing with the homie Ollie Buckets.
Those are both indie guys, right?
Yeah. So those guys are both local artists that I've kind of worked with for the last few years. But yeah, then the EP of my own is going to be the one dropping soonest. But I'm still kind of getting that together. I just dropped the first single from it called Bracket with Mulakan.
How many songs do you think we'll have on it?
I think like
tracks?
5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know about when?
Hopefully, honestly, hopefully within the month.
Oh, that's soon.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I was thinking you were talking like maybe like end of summer kind of thing.
Nah, like hopefully within the next month or 2. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
And then the other projects are on the back burner.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they're being worked on as well, and they're not too far off. So. It's been nice because having the store, it's been a struggle to find that time to be creative, and
because you guys are open pretty late.
Yeah, we're open 7, late, and then you get home, and you're like, damn, like I'm tired. Like, I just want to go to bed. Like, I don't want to write any music.
And you get back up and have to do it the next day.
Right, and then, you know, Mondays are my day off. A lot of times I'm like, damn, I haven't cleaned my apartment in the entire week. Like, I should clean today. I should do this today. And then I should spend the day thrifting and get new inventory for the store.
Yeah, so it's managing.
But it's like finding that time to like have some music time as well is you know, that's been big for me. And I feel like now that I've kind of gotten my routine down and been able to be around these guys who kind of inspire me to keep creating, that's where this new, you know, materials come from. And I'm really excited to release it.
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for coming on the show.
Of course, thank you guys for having me.
Serving up some L's, serving up some dubs. You played really well.
I mean,
You played very well.
You should go, since you haven't been going to the bars, you should start going to the bars and playing.
Yeah.
You could be smooth.
Maybe.
For interview part two.
Right. Come out of nowhere like Uncle Phil on Fresh Prince.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming out.
For sure, man. Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
Marshall.
Thank you.
Everybody go check out Naptown Thrift on Instagram. Check out his music, AA Music. And thank you guys for watching Table Talk again today. We'll see you guys later. We would like to thank you for tuning in to our first episode of Table Talk. We will unfortunately have to take a brief hiatus as it is summer break, but we will be back with more episodes next semester. And don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram at Late Night Crew to keep updated with all things Table Talk.
Okay, I just really wanna stag, right? Okay, yeah. Hey, said all they really want is that white. Okay, yeah. I said, mama,